Hello, and welcome to episode 454. 454. There, that sounds it. Of Prog Reviews, 454. Prog Review 454. Yeah, that sounds about right. Get it right, Darren. Get it right. And today I'm talking about Wise After the Event. What would you call it? Deluxe edition? Yeah, it's got Deluxe edition written on the side. By Esoteric Records, and again I'll divide this into talking about the album and then talking about this, so we know where we are. This was the second solo album by Genesis guitarist Anthony Phillips. He was the first. He was before Hackett, He was on Trespass. Do you remember? I recommended his Geese and the Ghost album and all that. Yeah. Well, this was the second one. This was out in 1978, in May. 1978 this was released, and yeah, it's completely, if you've checked out Geese and the Ghost and you haven't checked out any of his other albums, it's a bit different. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I heard the gasps from here. Calm down, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of this album. Is it his vocals? Possibly. There are some bits I like and some bits I don't like. Problem is it all feels much of a muchness. It's all a bit fey. It's all a bit twee. It's all one word review: drippy. It's a bit drippy, and it it lacks a lot of the character and a lot of the drama that I enjoy from Geese and the Ghost. Geese and the Ghost is very pastoral. And you have moments of it's got the melodies, it's got the moments. This, for me, it doesn't. I know you'll probably disagree with me. It's got loads of good moments. I don't think so. I mean, I like We Are All As We Lie. It's a nice, poppy kind of thing. But the rest of the album, it just yeah, so I remember getting it back in the day, getting the album. It's in the old days when you get vinyl cheap, when vinyl was out of fashion. We're talking about the early 90s, when vinyl was on its way out. And I remember going around to all sorts of record shops, mainly Tower Records. There was Tower Records at Piccadilly, and there was a Tower Records in Kensington. And I think it was Tower Records in Kensington I got this, or it was either this or Sides. Might have been both of them. My memory's a little hazy. But let's just say I had change of a tenner. In those days you could pick up a few albums and still have enough money, to have money. But yes, I remember picking up cheap, and I was in love with Geese and the Ghost then. But it's just not a record that's ever really. It just doesn't appeal to me. I much prefer Sides, which apparently they're reissuing soon. Keep your eyes out. And that's not because there are different vocalists on it. It's because it's got the ups and downs that I talk about. It's got it's more variety. It's a good album if you're a guitarist. If you like guitars and acoustic guitars and 12 strings, you'll get a lot from it. It's textured in that way. But for me, it's just very, very samey, very, very samey in places. So I'm not a great fan of the album. But why did you buy it? Well, I didn't buy it, did I? Do you remember Matt from Facebook? He sent it to me because I'm going to write a piece for his website. That's what I did before, and he got it from Esoteric, so I didn't have to spunk any money on this one, But I will gratefully receive it, and it will go into the collection. And I wanted to hear the surround sound mix because I'm a bit of a wanker like that, aren't I? But yeah, so you've got the main album, and it's a new stereo mix, but I don't know. Nothing really new jumped out at me. I mean, yeah, it's more sense. It's a bit more. What's the word? There's a bit more definition to it, but I didn't. It's not really essential. And you've also got the original stereo mix, which has been remastered. And disc 2 is demos, outtakes, and extras. Now, the tracks on here have all appeared before when the album was reissued in was it 2010? So if you've got that, you're not really going to need this. You're only going to want it for maybe the new stereo mix and the surround sound mix. Now the surround sound mix, yes, it sounds great because everything's separate and you can really pick up on the guitars and Anthony Phillips vocals are presented. But maybe it was me, but there was no bass. There was nothing coming out of my woofer. And I'm not talking about Alex. It's about my subwoofer, you know. And so I didn't know if that was a mixing error or it was deliberately, you know, because some people don't use the subwoofer when they do surround sound mixes. They don't, but they usually compensate by putting everything, you know, in the middle and putting a bit of bass in there. But it lacked a little bit of oomph, a little bit of welly. But it sounded very, very good. You also get a booklet by Jonathan Dan talking about the making of and everything, and they're giving you a lovely historical perspective, and it's full of pictures and things. You know, again, it follows. If you've got the Geese and the Ghost edition, it follows that format, and these are very good. But you know, I think it's about £27 now. So you've got to ask yourself, it's quite expensive. It's quite expensive. Some people say, well, yeah, but you get 4 discs. Yeah, but do we really need one of those discs? The original stereo mix. You know, that could have been put on the DVD. You know, that could have been on there. So yeah, I mean, it's the best version of this. It is the deluxe. It's the definitive version. But if you're a fan and you've bought previous versions, you're going to be left scratching your head to wonder it, because, like I said, it's only really the surround sound, and I don't think the surround sound was that good. You know, like I said, it was lacking something. It was lacking a little bit of. So how to describe it? I know I'm not very good at describing it. You know, it's a tricky one. You know, I think it is left wanting. But if you're a fan of the record, if you're a really hardcore fan, you're going to love it. Do I recommend it to people who are not hardcore fans? No, I wouldn't. I'd probably wait for sides, actually. Wait for that to come out, because I think you'll find that a lot more enjoyable. Oh God, when it comes to, I mean, I'm a big Anthony Phillips fan, so it's very hard for me to talk, you know, be honest like this. In terms of a rating, I'm going to give this 3 squirrels out of 5. That's 3 squirrels out of 5. Possibly 2.5 if I find out that they've fudged the surround sound mix. You know, if they really have left off the bass, then you know, if the subwoofer channel has been lost or ignored, then I might knock half a point off. But yeah, it's an album that like I said, I declared it, didn't I? I did declare it. But I do. Some of this appears again on Back to the Pavilion, Private Parts and Pieces 2, which I kind of enjoyed more than this. I like the instrumental stuff better. But anyway, thank you for watching my and Darren Lock. I've been talking about the deluxe edition of Anthony Phillips's Wise After the Event. You know, yeah, which is, you know, it's the definitive version so far, but expensive. And if you've got other, you know, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Yeah, also I forgot to mention it does actually also feature John G. Perry. Who else is there? Mike Giles from King Crimson, and Mel Collins. So if you're a real prog head, that's going to pique your interest, isn't it? That's going to really pique your interest, isn't it? I forgot to mention that in my review. People go, see, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just pretending you like Anthony Phillips. But I do this all off the top of my head without notes, and you know that's why I'm so crap. So I'm so crap at this. But anyway, Sapiento post eventum. We're all wise after the event, aren't we? Indeedy. And on that bombshell, there's only one more thing to say, and that is, that's it. That's me, Darren Ock. And there's only one more thing to say. That's Prog on.